Hi guys, only me again, back with the last video for my book collection. Holy crap, I had no idea how many books I had. None. But some of my books aren't, they're my books, but they're books that I let my kids use and things like that. So it's just a collection that I've been kind of building up over the last several months. But okay, and so first off, let's start out with the non-coloring books that I enjoy when I'm not coloring. So I did get Dubious Documents. It's a puzzle book. I have not started in this one yet. It is filled with all of these envelopes, and in each envelope it's filled with clues and things like that, and in each one you have to deduct, a solution. There's a solution to every single envelope in here. I have not ventured onto this yet. I was actually kind of looking for a buddy who wanted to do this with me, as kind of, we get together once a week or whatever it is, and kind of solve them together, because I think that'd be just kind of a neat thing to do. But so that is Dubious Documents. So then next up, sticking with the same theme, I have another one that I have not opened, which is this book, The Ship of, I can't even pronounce the name of it. Thesus, Ship of Thesus, I want to say. I have not even broken my seal yet on this book. Inside this book is a story, along with tons and tons and tons of clues and scraps of paper and bits of this and napkins and all kinds of things inside of here, and to lead you to find answers to some of these puzzles. This is another one that it kind of intrigues me, and I really want to do it. It intimidates me big time, which again is why the seal is not broken yet, but it will be. I'd like to do Dubious Documents first before I delve into this one. But yeah, I do love this. I like puzzles. I like keeping my brain going, and if it's not into coloring and I'm not focusing on coloring, I do like puzzle making. This is another one that I like to just play around with. This is Montague Island, Mysteries and Other Logic Problems. And this is just, I don't know if you guys know what logic problems are. I love logic problems. And as you can see, I started doing some of the ones in here. This is the one I had just started on. But yeah, this is a fun book just to kind of sit down, get my brain moving and thinking about things. And so I really like this book. It's just a fast kind of puzzle book. And then last puzzle-like book that I have is Journal 29. This book I haven't gotten that far into yet. I think, I don't want to show you guys answers. I'm only on puzzle 13, you guys, because this is one that I just have kind of sitting on my desk, and when I'm in the mood, I'll kind of mess around with it a little bit. I hate going, some of the clues, like, I feel like you need just more information of, but I hate looking at them online, just because there is a big forum that kind of gives you hints and tips and clues and sometimes answers, and I don't want the answer. Like, I really want to figure it out on my own. But this is just a slow process and something that I just keep at my desk for whenever. But I really like this book too. So then next up, I have for my journal, it's a lot for my journaling, but it also kind of crosses over to my coloring. I got these off of Book Outlet, I don't know, about 4 or 5 months ago. And this is Whimsical Girls with Jane Davenport. It has specialty art paper, stickers, everything inside of it. I mainly use it for journaling, but I also use it like this. Like, I want to watercolor on this because this is watercolor paper. But I do like using it for inspiration too, like this with the colors. How she has her little color palettes in here, things like that. And so I pull inspiration from these books. Same, this is, her watercolor little palette there. 50% unicorn, 40% mermaid, 10% artist. Like, it's just those little inspirational quotes that I really do enjoy. So this is the first book that I got of hers. I want to get the other one. I think it's called Faces. I want to get that one. But I did get Fabulous Figures. Like I said, you guys, they're all from Book Outlet. So go check out Book Outlet if you're in the States and Canada. I can't say that enough. But this one I do like for coloring inspiration. So, like, on this book, and I don't know if you guys are getting flashed out, you could just see, like, Jane's interpretation of how she, you know, did, like, her lights and how she just made it kind of look her own artistic style, and I really like that. But I also like drawing inspiration of where to put, like, shadows and highlights in clothing, or, like, on midsections, depending on how they're posed, things like that. There's a lot of things in here that I do like, or even just colors. Books like this I pick up for that reason. And I like to read. Like, I like to read. I like to fill my brain with knowledge when I can. And these are things that interest me. So there's that. So next up on the list is, as most of you know, I'm delving into a new world here. A watercolor world. And so I got 3 watercolor books. The wonderful Kathy sent me this one, Watercolor with Me in the Forest. Okay, first off, this book is a lot thicker than I thought it would be. But it is so cool. Like, it is neat. It gives you the picture over here that I just throw wax paper on. I trace it. I do try to hand draw sometimes. I'm just not good at it. And that's okay because I find a way around it. I just trace it. Put some graphite on the back, retrace it onto my watercolor paper, and I'm good to go. But it kind of tells you, you know, step by step how to do it, and it just is a learning process. It tells you the brush sizes and everything like that, and it's just full of different techniques and different, you know, ways to get effects that, you know, you're looking for. So yeah, very cool with that. And then I got 2 clearance books. I got Ready to Paint in 30 Minutes, Landscapes in Watercolor by Dave Woolis. This book is pretty neat. It's a little bit more in-depth, like painting these big sceneries, and I like looking at it through the art right now. I do read it. As for following it, whew, it'll come. It will come one of these days, just not today. I get nervous, and I know that I shouldn't be, because watercolor is supposed to be, to me, the reason why I like watercolor is I feel like I have this this freeness that I don't have with coloring. I mean, coloring, I can be creative and I can, you know, color outside the lines, but with watercolor, it kind of sometimes has a mind of its own, and you can guide the color to wherever you want it, but then it still does its own thing, and I love that about watercolor, because it's always the unexpected that is fabulous. So then I got this other one. It's called Take 3 Colors, Watercolor Seascapes. Start to paint with 3 colors, 3 brushes, and 9 easy projects by Jeff Kersey. Really am enjoying this. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, May Brox did one out of this book. And if it wasn't this book, it was a book similar to this. But yes, super cool. This is one of the ones that I can't wait to kind of play around with. But okay, so there is that. Okay, so let's move on to the last of the coloring books. I just realized that I have gold glitter glue right there from me and Xander and our projects yesterday. So I got Just Add Color Tattoos, a gorgeous coloring book with more than 120 illustrations to complete. And it's just a real simple kind of tattoo style book. I like these books to give me something to do. When I don't feel like doing something intricate. And you guys all know I don't do mandalas, so those will just sit there. Like this right here, perfect for journaling. To add like wings to something, you know, color a set, cut it out, add it to something. Totally cool. I think every coloring book I look at, oh, well, I could do that, and I can, you know, cut this out, and I'm not afraid to cut my coloring books at all. Alright, so then I have Coloring Dreams by D. Lanodekan. And this is a really cute book. I really like some of the images in here. This is on Amazon paper. I don't, like I love Little Toad. I don't like doing birds because, well, I just don't know how yet. So I shouldn't say I don't like them. I just don't know how to color them, and that's something that I'm working on, of course. Same thing with fur, but it is a cute book. All right, next up is Fairies of Water Lily Woods. This is another one, again, on Amazon paper. Super cute little girls. They're kind of quirky. And elfish-like looking, but it's a cute book. Alright, next we have Art Over Madness, Flowers, Faces, and Fantasy by Krista Tessier. And I love this book, except for a couple faces. A couple faces kind of scare me, but I do like the portrait style of these books. And like this one right here, how the hair is kind of almost coralish, I really like. Alright, so next on my list is Harmony of Nature, Unwind, Create, and Color. This is another book outlet. Oh, I guess I could take this paper out. We really don't need this. This was some experiments that I was doing with different watercolor and how it would take to this paper. But this is a very kind of cute, simple-ish book. I like how, you know, each page is kind of bordered and you can do something in the center if you wanted to, or paper piece something in there, or just cut it out and put a little note in there and send it to a friend or a family member or somebody that you're thinking about. Frog. But yes, I do like this book. So Harmony of Nature. Okay, so next up is Hair Chronicles by Clara Harmanson. I follow her on Instagram, and I didn't know that she had a coloring book at first. And, you know, she was talking about it on one of her posts, and I'm like, well, I'm going to check it out. And I got one for me and one for my mom. And it's kind of like a feeling creative, color the next page while you reflect upon your talents. It's kind of like a reflective, you can write in it, you can color in it, you can, you know, kind of be free with it. Some of the pages are really kind of cute. Others, they're just not my style. It is, though, like here, like, can you think of a situation in which you acted against your values? What motivated you to do that? What will prevent you from doing that in the future? So it's kind of like a motivational kind of book, too. It is on Amazon paper, or something really similar. No, it's Amazon paper. So it is super thin. Self-esteem emergency kit. But it's like, you know, pictures like this, like, that's just not my thing. And that's okay, because it doesn't have to be. Not everything has to be mine. But like in here, it has little words that I can cut out for my own journaling. So yeah, Hair Chronicles. Okay, Wonders of the Sea. Color Your Way to Calm. This one, I believe, one of my boys got as a gift, and they didn't like it, or they started coloring it and they just decided that it wasn't for them. Like, I love this picture. The little fish, the little dancing fish, little dancing mermaids. I picture them all like with microphones in their hands, you know, jamming out before they turn around and face the crowd in all their glory. So yeah, super cute. Like, I do like a lot of the images in here. Of course, you guys know that I do like the wallpaper images, not to color as wallpaper. Oh, no, I don't do that. But I do like them for journaling. Oh yes, see, kids started coloring in there. And I just kind of inherited the book on my shelf. Okay, so up next. Oh, this book, Butterfly Gardens. So I was on, this is when I first started coloring, and I didn't know about the wonderful, wonderful world of Amazon, and, you know, what books to get, and this is the start of my addiction. So I went over on eBay, and they were selling this lot of coloring books It was from like one of those like Goodwill kind of stores, a thrifty kind of store, secondhand. But they had said in their description that none of the books were colored in. All of them were intact. The only thing is they might have, you know, marks from being at a discount store, or, you know, the corners being dented or damaged, things like that. Well, so I bought it. Well, that was untrue. So I got this book, and this is Butterfly Gardens. Not what I was expecting at all. But it wasn't until after I got it. These are all colored digitally, like it came like that. But after I received it, I realized that first off, there's all these pen and marker and marks all over it. And then I flipped the book up, and if you look real careful, you can tell that there are pages missing out of it. And it's not just one or two pages, like it's like actual like chunks are taken out. So then I started looking through the whole book and realizing if I open it up, because they are perforated, like I can see the pages that are missing. And that's throughout the entire book. And well, we live and we learn, right? So yes, Butterfly Gardens. Okay, so next we have my Lanodekan Bestiary. This is another little book that's kind of like your journaling with your coloring, on Amazon paper, of course. But so right here you get your picture. On this side you get a little space where you can, you know, write whatever you want, title it, write a story if you wanted to about this picture. That's how I, you know, interpret the book. Is you write your story as you go about each individual character, which I really kind of enjoy. Again, on Amazon paper. And they're just simple creatures that you color, and I say write a story, or even just write what you were doing that day, or how you were feeling when you colored that picture. Okay, so then my only Millie Marotta book. Millie Marotta is just not my style, and that's okay. Animal Kingdom. They have, it's a cute book. I just, like, I can probably tackle these pages. I just don't do all the little patterny things. Like you can tell one of the kids started in there. But yes, Animal Kingdom. Alright, next up is Terry Pratchett's Discworld coloring book. This is another one I got at my local Dollar General for a couple of bucks at a discount store. Cute book though. I do like the images in here. And I do want to color in here. I've seen some beautiful pieces done in here. So, there's that one. Okay, we are actually to the point of, now that I'm looking at my stack of all of my Dollar General type books, some of them still have the Dollar General sticker on them where I haven't torn them off yet. So this is Time of Memory by Kim Sun Hyun. I try, guys, I try. So in this book you got some Christmas in here, you got your fall, it's like all the seasons, you got your spring. And in the front here you go, of course, got your summer. Oh, rose raspberries look delicious. But it has a little bit of everything in here. And I like it. And like I said, for $3, even if I can just journal with it, I go ahead and get it. So, Creative Escape Japanese Designs. This is another one, like I like the koi fish and the lily pads. And in here they give you all the colored images, just if you needed some inspiration. Okay, My Mother, My Heart, a joyful book to color. I want to say that Ricky picked this one up for me when he was out one day and brought it home. So they have these inspirational quotes in here along with pictures. I do like the paper in this book though. It's really nice. The sweetest music is the sound of the voice of the woman we love. But yeah, like I said, it's all inspirational kind of mom quotes, family, of course, journaling butterflies. If you knew how great is a mother's love, you would have no fear. I do like these little baskets of flowers. But yeah. Men are what their mothers made them. I like that, especially since I have little, 4 boys. I do like these little teacups. A lot. Different ways to say mom in all different languages. But yeah, so this book I really do like. Okay, so next are just some, this is this one is like a magazine type. So this was from October of 2018. So this was when my journey started. The paper in here is, well, it's horrible, but it is single-sided. I mean, but yeah, this is like all Day of the Dead kind of stuff. You got your sugar skulls. It almost feels like, like the recycled paper that comes in like the kids coloring books. It almost feels like that. Like it's pretty bad. But if I really like the page, I can always tear it out, scan it in, make a copy. Alright, so next is, ooh, run away. Coloring flowers for adults. And I think, yeah, you can see like my kids kind of started coloring. And some of them, this is when I was playing around with light lines, and that's what I did with it. And like, I look at these flowers here kind of like chunks of hair, like when I was trying to learn. But again, I keep all these, just for tidbits here and there. I don't even know. I think that's one of the ones that I did with Crayola pencils and fine liners. Yeah, you guys, it was a rough start. Okay, so then next up we have coloring birds for adults. I do like this page right here. With like they remind me of like owls in picture frames, like on somebody's wall with like floral wallpaper. I don't know. That's just what I see when I look at it. So yeah, there's that one. Next up is Day of the Dead, a coloring book, and most of them are by Bendon. The ones of this style from my local dollar store. I do like that page. But yeah, so another Sugar Skull, Day of the Dead, kind of Xander. That had to be Xander starting to color cats. Okay, so coloring animals. This is before I realized that I didn't like the Zentangly patterns in things. Yeah, I learned really fast, but I do love these whales. And the chameleons are so cute. I just don't like the seahorses are too. Just don't like the patterny stuff. Just not my style. Okay, oh, yep. That has to be probably Zayden's handiwork there. Okay, and then I got the Enchanted Tarot. This book was another one that I think Ricky picked up for me while he was out. And I really want to like this book. Like, I really like the idea behind it. I don't like, and maybe one of you guys can tell me why it's like that. Why the faces have these, like, lines and, like, just segments. Like, I just don't get it. Okay, then next is Wild at Heart. This paper in here is really thick. But again, the animals with the patterns. And I swear those are the same seahorses, just orientated different. There's that one. And then we have the Lord of the Rings movie trilogy. Really like this book. Really like the paper in this book. You guys know, huge Lord of the Rings fan. Love Lord of the Rings. I could binge watch Lord of the Rings all day, every day, and it wouldn't bother me. I'm a huge nerd like that. Now, like Game of Thrones, sorry, Grace. I don't know, I've never even watched it, you guys. Like, everybody tells me that I need to. But for some reason, I think that I showed you guys this book before, and I could be wrong. And who knows? I don't even know. I'll have to look at that. But yeah, this one, sometimes, you know, when you go to the store, you're like, oh, I don't have that book, and you get it, and you come home, and you're like, oh, man, I have that book. But yeah, love, love, love that book. Even if I have 2, 3 copies, I wouldn't care. Love it. Okay, then I have Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. And of course, how can you not like Narnia? Me and my kids watch Narnia a lot. And The Borrowers, we like watching The Borrowers. And Never Ending Story. I like all those older kind of movies. Okay, so there's that one. I'm trying to think of the other one. I cannot think of the other movie that we... Okay, guys, we're almost to the bottom of the pile. Okay, then I have Paris, a coloring book. This I bought. It is very detailed. The paper is super thick in it. But these are one of the ones that I get where I can just sit down and do detailed work. And I guess visit Paris while I'm at it. Like this, like doing all this cobblestone, I don't know why, but that, like, it's like drawing me to this page. Like, it needs to be colored. So yeah, Paris, a coloring book. I got 2 more to go. So then I got this one, this George Woolridge Birds. And there's a colored one in the back. It's really pretty. Really like that one. I should just cut that one out and hang it on my wall with my art stuff. These are patterny type of birds, but I do like them. And maybe one day I'll come back to these, because you know our tastes change all the time. What we don't like today, we might love tomorrow. Okay, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe next year. Okay, and last but not least, you guys, at least I think so. Oh, no, hold on. And then I got this one, Tropical Paradise. This is one that Xander's working out of now. I'm not supposed to show you guys, so. But this is the dolphin he's working on with tons and tons of glitter. He's been on this glitter kick lately. Well, he's always on a glitter kick, but this gold glitter glue, hence why we have it everywhere. Yeah, so he did rip that page out of this book. But same thing, just kind of patterny kind of animals. Love that one. Tropical Paradise. Okay, and then last but not least is one that I just acquired recently, and this is the Coloring Studio Extraordinary Machines. And the reason I picked this up because it is a really thin book. But this is a good book, like, for me to practice, like, my different metals and different brands of pencils and things like that. Parts of the pages are already pre-colored, but there's a lot of your gears and your pipe work and your metal framing, things like that, that allows me to just kind of go in and be free and do chrome style, like, you know, pink chrome, or figure out a gold in my Pablos, or take my Black Widows and, you know, figure out what I want to do with copper and things like that. But yeah, so that is why I picked up this book. But then as I'm looking through it, like, over and over, like, I'm like, this is really a cute book. And there's a whole series of these. The only reason I got this one is because of all the metal work, the metal plating, and things like that, and the gems, because those are things that I'm trying to learn in different pencils that I have. I can do golds and silvers and bronzes in most of my pencils, not all. But I also want to work on different kinds of metals and things like that. And so that is Extraordinary Machines. And with that, you guys, I'm done. I need to go and get this all mushed together and rendered and uploaded for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for your wonderful comments and watching all 6 parts of this. You guys are awesome. Like I said, if there's ever a book in any of these that you guys wanted to see a flip through of, or would like to see me color in it, doesn't mean that I'm going to do it, you guys. Like, if you guys say, hey, I want to see you color Millie Marotta, it might not happen, but I will take everything into consideration. I'll write it down on my traveler's notebook, and if I'm in the mood to just take some watercolor to Millie Marotta, well, then we'll do Millie Marotta. I don't know. We'll see. But alright, guys, I will talk to you all later. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye!